Hey guys, welcome back to Glam and I'm here with another fragrance review. This time I asked you which one you wanted next. Prior to me shooting this video, this was the highest number. So from Lattafa, also the Pride collection, it is Lattafa Pride Art of Arabia 3. This one was interesting to me because it gets compared to Blonde Amber. Now, let's talk about the notes and then talk about what you smell and take it from there. So the notes are olibanum, divana, bergamot, dates, tobacco, sandalwood, and tuberose, and then myrrh, vanilla, tonka bean, labdanum, and patchouli. Let's talk about the opening real quick. I feel like you're gonna get the olibanum and divana. The dates are ever present. The tuberose peaks in at the beginning and stays throughout the life of the dry down. Now, in the opening, you're still gonna get the myrrh and kind of the vanilla, tonka. It's more of like this creamy sweetness that's really just added to the tuberose to me. It really opens up resinous with the sweetness from those notes, including a little bit of sweetness from the dates. And I will say the dates are most present in the opening. But once you get through the dry down, I really don't get too much dates. Now, there's also something that kind of comes off slightly dirty in the opening. There's a lot of things in this note breakdown that this can be from. It could even be from the myrrh, believe it or not. Blended with a couple of other notes, it could be giving it that dirty feel, but it also could be from the tuberose. It's like just like a touch of dirtiness. You won't smell it unless you're like nose to strip or nose to hand, wherever you sprayed it. But once it dries down, this on my skin dries down to a powdery tuberose. That is the most prominent thing you're going to get from here. And I can sit here and break down the notes and say, oh, you're going to get this and this and this. But once this completely dries down, I get a powdery tuberose. I'm not wearing it today, but every single time I've worn it on skin, once I've caught whiffs of myself later in the day, it is a powdery tuberose. Now again, there's a lot of things that you're going to smell in the opening. Yeah, you're going to get so many of the notes in the opening. Again, like definitely myrrh, some dates, the olibanum, divana for sure. Little tobacco. It really never becomes a tobacco fragrance. And then definitely the tuberose and the vanilla. And the labdanum. So again, in the opening, it's kind of like resinous, slightly dirty, not super dirty. And then the floral is there, but the florals get stronger, I think, as this dries down or as the other notes kind of like fade off. And then it's got a sweetness to it. And I think it's fun. I think the dirtiness is almost kind of sexy. But as soon as this dries down on me, it stops being as dark and then turns into, again, a powdery tuberose. I feel like I don't really want to get too far into it past that because that really is what it dries down to. And breaking it down further kind of goes away from really being upfront about exactly what it dries down to. I don't love giving you like the most simple breakdown, but on my skin, again, opening filled with different notes that you're going to pull out, but by the end of it, that's what you're going to get. But let's talk about how long it's going to last. I got probably over 10 hours. But again, so I feel like Lattafa was really blasting off my skin. There were so many Lattafas I couldn't wear because they're too strong. Lately, specifically with this collection, I've been getting ones that are like great in terms of longevity, but don't pop off the skin. In fact, most Middle Eastern houses, the ones I've had lately, not all. It could just be because those are the ones I'm testing because, you know, when I realize I can wear them to work, I wear them more. So over 10 hours of longevity, more of an intimate sillage cloud, and projection is definitely more mild. I would say an arm's length for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then it sits closer. Sillage, this one really didn't push out too much in terms of like, I wasn't really getting a scent bubble, and no one said anything about this fragrance until asked again. That happened with Coco Morado and a couple of the ones I've been testing lately. It feels like the ones I've been testing lately, great longevity, sit a little closer to the skin. Again, for me, a little bit more appropriate for work, definitely more appropriate for intimate situations. You definitely don't want something that screams off the skin. For me, I definitely prefer longevity to projection. I don't want my stuff to project too much. I don't want it to scream off of my skin. I want it to be more appropriate for more occasions. So who can wear this? I think anyone can wear this. I had somebody comment that they don't want to wear a cologne. And, you know, this was compared to Blind Amber and a lot of things. This doesn't come off masculine, definitely not off my skin. I'm not saying Tuberose is only for women, but I definitely don't find it to be a very masculine fragrance. Off my skin, obviously, it comes off very feminine. However, you know, comment down below if you're a male and you've tried this and, you know, how it played off of your skin. Either way, I don't get this as a very masculine. I mean, I'll smell the strip again, but yeah, I mean, it's got a floral. I mean, the floral, the way that it's used, I think a man could absolutely rock it and it could come off very sexy. In fact, it could come off better off of a man versus the powdery floral that I get off of my skin. Because obviously skin chemistry has a lot to do with what a fragrance is going to smell like. But I'm definitely not going to say that it is a masculine fragrance. I don't want to say that it's feminine, but I also want to forewarn, if you are a man who is comfortable wearing Tuberose, you can wear this. I think that people that are comfortable wearing Tuberose already know that about themselves. So that's my, like, hey, if Tuberose goes really nicely on your skin, wear it. I think Tuberose is a really hit or miss note. I love it. A lot of the people that I know in FragCom love it. I'm talking about males and females, so you should know how this plays off of your skin. Otherwise, Tuberose is not like, it's not a blind buy note, at least to me, I don't think. But yeah, powdery Tuberose dry down. That's what I get. In terms of where you can wear it, I think that this is like a 3-season fragrance, fall, winter, spring. It is better in the transitional seasons, so fall and spring, I think you're gonna have a better time with it. And I think it's pretty versatile. Absolutely dress it up, dress it down. Better dressed up, in my opinion. Easy to wear for a date night, formally. There's a lot of occasions in which I would wear this. I think it's a very versatile fragrance. There's not really a lot of places I wouldn't wear it, and I would wear it day or night when it comes to spring and fall. Winter, it's a pretty, like, I think it's heavy enough for the winter. So for me, it's a 3-season fragrance, but I think if you really smell the profile, it smells slightly more transitional, especially with that Tuberose note. So compliments, no, not one any of the times. So this was another one where I had to ask someone that I work with pretty frequently, hey, what do you think about this? And he said, nope. And I really already knew why. And without me even asking, he said, it kind of smells like an old woman. And I was like, I knew you were going to say that. Is it powdery? He said, yeah, that's it. It's powdery. Which I think a lot of people associate powdery with older women. So take that as you will. I think realistically, FragCom likes things that normal people don't. And I personally think that a lot of people in FragCom are really going to enjoy this fragrance. In my opinion, it's really different. I have not smelled Blonde Amber. I have almost blind bought it so many times, but I'm trying so hard not to blind buy niche fragrances because at the beginning of my journey, I would blind buy ones and I didn't care for any of them. So now I try to buy a decant first, but it's really hard to justify buying a decant because the bottle's only 50 ml to begin with. So you're like, I'll just buy the bottle. Anyway, price of this, I think I got it for around the $40 mark. I'll link it down below if I can find it for around that same price. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below and let people know what you think. As always, remember, if you like this video, if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!